G'day! We're the Collins family from Tasmania. We're currently on holiday in Queensland. And today we're doing something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. We're visiting Australia Zoo. Will the experience live up to my expectations? Let's find out. Australia Zoo is just over an hour's drive from Brisbane, but we're travelling from Bribie Island. The zoo was established in 1970 as the Beerwah Reptile Park by Bob and Lynn Irwin. They retired in the 90s, handing the reins to their son, Steve Irwin, and his wife, Terry. Steve became internationally famous for his TV show, The Crocodile Hunter. We're starting with the rhinoceros iguanas, so named because of the male's bumpy heads.
Yeah, there's a little one. Yeah, there's these little lizards and they just run around free range.
What do you mean they just run around the zoo?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, see that little one there? You'll see them everywhere. They just run around the zoo.
That's inside.
A little critter.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, these guys, yeah, they run free range.
They eat toads.
Yeah. Just put your foot on the bottom and they'll healthy.
That's his shell.
The Aldabra giant tortoise has an average lifespan of 80 to 120 years. Early sailors used them for food, which almost led to their extinction. Australia and Antarctica are the only continents where they were never found. There is not much water in their natural habitat, so they get most of their moisture from their food. Tortoises have clubbed feet and live on land. Turtles live in and around the water and have webbed feet for swimming. If there's one thing you expect to see at Australia Zoo, it's crocodiles. But these guys are American alligators.
It's time to go to Tasmania.
These are Crocs. This is Weeper, a freshwater crocodile. So in this place behind me is Akko and his girlfriend, and they're saltwater crocodiles. Apparently they're madly in love, so they have to be kept together. Akko ruled Cattle Creek back in the day. Steve Irwin removed him from the wild to save his life because people had tried to shoot him.
And one's a girl and one's a boy, and they're obsessed with each other. I can't.
Cameron the crocodile is a concrete replica based on dimensions that could exist in the world today. There's stuff specifically for the kids here too. Steve and Terry Irwin's vision has always been to make Australia Zoo the biggest and best wildlife conservation facility in the world. Koalas have 2 opposable thumbs on their front paws, allowing them to grip and climb. And they have padded backsides for sleeping in forked trees.
They've both got puppies. They're puppies.
They're fussy eaters. They eat less than 50 of the almost 1,000 species of eucalyptus. That's a lot of different types of gum leaves. But they'd all be toxic without a special bacteria they get from their mum's poo. A special type of poo. Seriously, that's what the sign says. They're very much in danger of extinction in southeast Queensland. Someone leave them a pet?
Hard to believe he's real.
What do you mean?
There you go, he's moved his head.
Why is he moving his ears?
Oh, so many people around here, all these paparazzi.
The animal most people will associate with Australia is, of course, the kangaroo, and their smaller cousin, the wallaby. That'll be a wallaby. Similar size to what we have in Tassie. Kangaroos are the only large mammal whose primary means of locomotion is hopping on two legs.
I'll look across the paws at the front.
I'm not seeing a lot of hopping, but in this heat, I don't blame them. Hey, Skitty.
Oh my gosh, we're really close. What's it doing? What's it looking at? Oh no. He's sniffing a bit of mostly.
This bloke's having a drink.
Okay, what about the crocodile show?
This is the kangaroo's rest area, and you're not allowed to go in there for obvious reasons. Seems pretty clear that they know what it's for. I'm not sure if he wants to rest or not. Maybe he will.
I'll look at him.
Next stop, the wetlands. I know they're only statues, but who doesn't love a dinosaur?
In certain areas because he's digesting. Right, mate?
While you're certainly not guaranteed to see a member of the Irwin family while you're here, their presence is very keenly felt. And that's his finger. They've really got feeding a lot of people down to a science here. All the different things you can get are all just in Bain Marie's. Just grab whichever kind of burger you want, and there's a bunch of places to pay. Get a lot of people through real quick. Well, I can confirm that the food at Australia Zoo leaves the Gold Coast theme parks for dead. That's one of the best burgers I've had in a very long time. So we're just at the Crocoseum after our lunch, waiting for the show to begin. Should be pretty cool. The Crocoseum was a passion project for Steve Irwin. He dreamed of giving visitors a way to see crocodiles in clear water ponds so they could learn how they live and behave in the wild. Construction took almost 11 months. It seats 5,000 people. The roof houses 1,800 solar panels, delivering 21 billion watt-hours of electricity over 25 years.
Welcome into our world-famous Crocoseum.
My name is Jeremy, in case we haven't met already.
And my name's Rosie, but before we kick this off, we'd like to welcome the Gubby Gubby. They're the traditional custodians of this beautiful land we're standing on today.
Everyone comes to this show for the crocodiles, but we were surprised by the birds. The star of the show, who entered from outside the arena, was Douglas. Douglas is a black-necked stork, also known as a jackaroo. These are the only storks found in Australia, and they're only found here, which very much makes them true blue locals.
See, that's beautiful. Now it is really easy, but now you're standing, all I need you to do is to reach into your wallet and pull me out a $5 note. Hold it straight out to the side and tell her she should see this and know exactly who to fly to. Just let her play with it, she's very curious. You know what? I love this bird, thanks. Actually, $5 isn't much these days, so before I go, there were a lot of hands on this stuff though. And tell her she's going to return this via airmail. Then once you place the note in your hand, close a few fingers over it. The thing.
The crocodile we got to meet was Bluey, not to be confused with the kid's cartoon character. The water crocodiles usually hide in is murky, but this water clearly shows us the dangers that can lurk beneath a quiet billabong.
Hey fella, let's go have a quick look. Come on. There you go. Come on. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yes! That was cool. Now, he came out pretty fast and he means business, but he'll attack for two reasons. One. Alright, so he's heading straight back to the water. He's heading that way. But if I run over here, jump back in the water with him, jumping fella, straight away he's going to start to hone in. He'll go back. Calm down, big fella. Wait, he's on us. Go back in the water. So, that was a sweet little swing and a strike for Bluey out of the water. So, let's overline the reeds where they can stay safe. Nice work, Bluey. Try and get him out into the middle here. Angle his head up. Switch to the tail. There you go. See that narrow? That actually went in. As before, but what he's relying on is the animal being close to the water's edge. The animal making the mistake of being down here. So he can do his strike. Give it up for one last time. Absolute weapon. Got short legs. He's already getting a pretty big round belly underneath him, and then behind him he has this massive long tail. But as he gets back to the water...
Next up, Southeast Asia, where we hoped to make the tiger show. If you want to see the tiger show and you don't catch it in the morning, you'll want to run as soon as the crocodile show is finished so you can get a seat. The tiger show is basically the carers doing a quick medical check on the animals to make sure they're in good health while we watch on. Having all us strangers on the other side of the glass helps the tigers to be calm and comfortable when it comes time for them to see a vet. They seem to like their milk. Red pandas are cool. They're native to the Himalayas and southwest China. Elephants communicate with each other using low-frequency infrasound, outside the hearing range of humans. Their big ears are like car radiators. The blood flows into the ears and is cooled by the breeze. Elephants in Indonesia are often wounded by gunshots, spears and snares. In 2015, Australia Zoo contributed significant funds to construct an elephant hospital in Indonesia, a dream of Steve Irwin's. They also fund elephant wardens in Cambodia, who help keep the peace between humans and elephants, as the man-made world encroaches on their habitat. We're going to Africa now.
Sit.
Seeing the rhinos was a real highlight for me.
There you go. Oh no, wait, you wouldn't see that.
So the lemurs roam free on this island, which means you might have a really cool random encounter. It also means you might not see any. We haven't found any yet.
I see two. I want the lemurs to come here. Hey guys! What are you lemurs up to, mates? Well,
They might be being put to bed for the night or something. If you want to see the lemurs, it's probably best not to leave Bindi's Island until the end of the day. Our walk back to the main part of the zoo took us through the reptile house. This is a king cobra. So this is a different kangaroo enclosure to what we were in before. This is the red kangaroos.
You know it. I think they're a pet called that.
No, I'm this one. Come.
Check out these things.
Oh my gosh. What are you saying?
Pretty.
Talk again. They made a noise. Tell them to make it again.
Our final stop was the Australia Zoo Animal Hospital, which was dedicated to Steve's mum, Lynn Irwin, who he describes as the greatest wildlife rehabilitator in the world, a true pioneer.
Sick animals. All sorts.
What are they doing to them? Getting them to be healthy?
Yep.
She looks after animals. Up to 100 wildlife emergency calls can be received every day, and up to 30 different species can be admitted in a day. Over a 12-month period, they'll give 9,000 to 10,000 animals life-saving treatment. I'm not sure, it's wrapped up in a blanket. The cost of treatment for one animal can range from $100 to thousands. The most common animals admitted are birds, followed by possums and reptiles.
Is that a bird?
Yeah.
What kind of bird?
Well, this has been a great day. I've really enjoyed seeing all the stuff that we've seen. I'm pretty hot and I'm pretty tired, but it's very much been worth it. We'd had a great time celebrating our Christmas holidays in Queensland, but it was time to head home. Well, we're back home in Tasmania and Buddy is very happy.
We're going to Japan.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Do you miss us?
Oh, hello. You ready? Go! Oh, you usually run. And so, our adventure ended the same way it started. Playing with Buddy at the dog park.